Okay, so in this video, we're going to be looking at how to solve simultaneous equations. You can do this using two main methods. The first is factorizing, but if you can't factorize, then use the quadratic formula. Now, when solving simultaneous equations, you must always substitute first. Then make sure x squared is positive and the equation equals to 0, like solving a normal equation. Factorize, if you can't, use the quadratic formula to find the 0, 1, or 2 values of x. If there are no values of x, there'll be no y values. And then substitute your value of or values of x back into any equation to find the value or values of y. So if there are no x values, there will be no y values. If there's one x value, there will be one y value. And if there are two x values, there will be two y values. So let's have a look at the first question. We're going to solve the following equations simultaneously. Here we have y equals x squared and y equals 2x. Well, if y is equal to both of them, that means both of them are equal to each other. Or you can say that we will substitute this into here because that's what y equals to, according to the first line. Y equals x squared. So we can write x squared is equal to 2x. Okay, we substituted y with x squared. The next thing is to make sure x squared is positive. Yes. Does it equal to 0? No. So we need to move this to the other side. X squared minus 2x is equal to 0. Is it factorized? No, it isn't. So we need to factorize it. X bracket x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0 or 2. Okay, I've shown you how to do this in a previous video on how to solve equations. So, when x is equal to 0, y is equal to, we're going to substitute x is equal to 0 into any one of these equations. Okay, you'll get the same answer either way. So, when x equals 0, y is equal to 2 times 0. I'm using the second one. 2 times 0 is 0. When x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2 times 2. Okay, again, I'm using the second one, which is equal to 4. And that's it. Okay, question 2. Y is equal to 4x squared minus x plus 6, and y is equal to 3x plus 7. So again, we're going to substitute all of this into y of the other equation, because that is what y is equal to in the first equation. So let's write this out. Minus 4x squared minus x plus 6 is equal to 3x plus 7. Is x squared positive? No, it's not. So we need to move all of this to the other side by adding 4x squared, by adding x, and by minusing 6. That gives us 0 on the left-hand side is equal to 4x squared plus 4x, because 3x plus x is 4x, plus 1 because 7 minus 6 is 1. Here we have a quadratic trinomial, but we can't factor out any common factors, so it has to be a non-monic because the coefficient in front of x squared is not 1. That means we are going to multiply 4 and 1 to equal to 4, and we're looking for two numbers that multiply to 4 but add to positive 4. Those two numbers are 2 and 2. So, I'm going to split this 4x into 2x plus 2x. I'm going to group in pairs and take out a common factor. 2x plus 1. Bring down my plus sign. 2x plus 1. And now I see that they both have a common factor of 2x plus 1. So I'm going to bring that out to the front. And what's left over is 2x plus 1. Now you'll notice that both of them are the same, which means there is only one answer for x, one solution for x. And x is therefore equal to minus 1 over 2. Negative sign over the coefficient. Okay, negative sign over the coefficient is just the same answer. Because there is only one solution for x, there will be only one solution for y. Therefore, y is equal to, I'm going to just pick the easier equation, which is the second one. Y equals 3x plus 7. So y is equal to 3 lots of x, which is minus half, plus 7. When we put that in the calculator, we get 3 times minus half plus 7. 5.5. And that's it. Question 3. We have y is equal to x squared plus 1 and 2x minus 3y is equal to minus 4. So again, I'm going to substitute this into where y is, because that is what y is equal to according to the first equation. So I'm going to rewrite this. 2x minus 3 lots of y, which is x squared plus 1, is equal to minus 4. I'm going to expand my brackets. 2x minus 3x squared minus 3 is equal to minus 4. Is x squared positive? No, it's not. Okay, it's negative, so that means we are going to move all of this to the other side by minusing 2x, adding 3x squared, and adding 3. Okay, doing the opposite of those signs. That leaves us with 0 on the left-hand side, is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. Because minus 4 times plus 3 is minus 1. Okay, again, this is a non-monic quadratic trinomial. So, I'm going to multiply 3 and minus 1 to get minus 3. And I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to minus 3 but add to positive 2. Those two numbers are 3 and minus 1. So I'm going to split this 2x into 3x and minus 1x. Okay, just bringing those down. Group in pairs. 3x bracket x plus 1. Put down a minus sign. X plus 1. Okay, it's positive because negative times positive will give you a negative answer. We're going to take out a common factor. They both have x plus 1. So we're going to bring that out to the front. What's left over is 3x minus 1. Therefore, x is equal to minus 1 and positive 1 over 3. Okay, so negative sign. Negative sign over the coefficient. Sorry, not negative sign, opposite sign. And opposite sign over the coefficient. So, when x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to, well, according to this, y is equal to x squared plus 1. So I'm going to substitute it into that equation. Y is equal to x squared, or minus 1 squared, plus 1, which is 2. When x is equal to 1/3, y is equal to 1/3 squared plus 1, which is equal to 10/9. And that's our final answer. Now, sometimes we can't actually factorize it. If we can't factorize it, we have to use the quadratic formula. So let's have a look at this question. Solve the equations y equals x squared plus 5x minus 5 and y equals 2x simultaneously. Round your values to 2 decimal places. Again, we are going to substitute these, we're going to substitute that into here, because that is what y is equal to according to this. 2x is equal to x squared plus 5x minus 5. X squared is positive, so we're going to bring this one to that side by minusing 2x. So that leaves us with 0 on the left hand side is equal to x squared plus 3x, because 5x minus 2x is 3x, minus 5. Now, it looks like a monic quadratic trinomial, but when we do this, when we do our cross-cross, we actually can't think of two numbers that multiply to -5 and add to +3. Okay, there's no two whole numbers that add to multiply to -5 and add to +3. Therefore, we need to use the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is 1, b is 3, c is minus 5. So let's substitute that in. Minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times minus 5 all over 2 times 1. Okay. Let's see what that equals to. I'm just going to put the determinant into the calculator. The determinant is the bit that's underneath the third sign. 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times minus 5, which is 29. Minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 29 all over 2. So, let's see what that equals to 2 decimal places. We have minus 3 plus the square root of 29 over 2 is 1.19. And minus 3 minus the square root of 29 over 2 is minus 4.19. So, when x is equal to 1.19, y is equal to, I'm going to use this one, 2x, 2 times 1.19, which is 2.38. When x is equal to negative 4.19, y is equal to 2 lots of negative 4.19, which is equal to negative 8.38. And that is it for this question and for this video.